Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my castle of confusion. I'm looking at Double Dragon 2 on the TurboGrafx CD. Yeah. So, yeah, how you been? Hey, sorry it's been a few days, guys. Life has got in the way. But you know what? I'm back. And here we are with an interesting version of Double Dragon 2. It's like a cross between the arcade and the NES versions, with some interesting graphic choices. Yeah. But, you know, let's get stuck in as we always do. So, yeah, this is the TurboGrafx, or the PC Engine CD version of the game. It is Japanese. So, in the cutscenes, which there will be cutscenes, I am led to believe, nothing will be in English. So I do apologise, but if you are a Double Dragon 2 fan, you should know the drill already, and it's pretty much straightforward. But we will see what we can see. Okay, so let's have a look at the graphics. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great either, but it's not bad. It's certainly taken elements from the NES version. You can see that, which is cool, because the NES version was fun. We like fun games. And, well, yeah, I mean, I suppose the animations are a little bit off in some respects. We'll reserve judgment for now. But I kind of like the beaty up element. Oh, there was a great... there's a good example right there, actually. The non-contact with the fist, and he still went flying up into the air. It's a bit like watching WWE wrestling, isn't it? But as a beat 'em up goes, it's all right so far. It's a bit, I don't know. The animations are a little bit strange, but you know, we can probably forgive that. We can forgive so much before we have to start ripping it apart. But let's see how we get on. The entire sort of system of being ganged up on from both sides seems to be prevalent here as well. Now, I can't remember if the original Double Dragon 2 had this issue, but you can see they're trying to surround you, which seemed to be quite popular back in the day for beat-em-ups for some reason. They always thought it was fun to have the guys come from the front and from the rear. It really isn't fun. So you've got to sort of keep up there. I lost a life already. There you go. Now you can set your life counter, by the way, and I think you can have 5 lives and you can have 5 continues. But once those are out, it's game over. There is no coming back from that. So just be aware. Nice to see that they've included weapons from the arcade and from the Amiga version as well, which is something else I need to look at some point soon. I can't remember if I've actually... Which one have I looked at? I think I've looked at Double Dragon 2 on the NES. I don't think I've looked at it on the Amiga yet, but that was quite a faithful arcade port. This is a strange one, because it's not arcade and it's not NES, but it's taken elements from both, and it is... Oh, I mean, this guy here, I mean, he's... That's straight from the arcade, isn't it? I seem to remember him being... But I seem to remember him laughing. I think it's normally when he's punching your lights out, but normally he has this sort of laugh, and I'm not imagining that. Please tell me I'm not imagining that, because that'd be weird if I've dreamt that. No, I'm pretty sure. So here we go. Here's one of the little cutscenes. Hurrah! Oh, it's got both of them. That's quite cool. So little animated cutscenes to progress from level to level, I suppose. I suppose this was the bonus of having CD, wasn't it? That you could fit a little bit more of the game onto a disc. Henchman there, looking like something from Dr. Claw's regime of henchmen. But yeah, obviously the audio takes a massive influence as well from having CD. So it's the quality of the music and sound is pretty good, to be honest. The music's a bit cheesy, but that's not a problem. You know, we're talking, I think it was 90s when this was released. So, yeah, we're doing all right so far. Main character has a bit of a strange expression on his face. Now, what I find interesting about this is that the characters in the cutscenes, I think, are like Japanese anime type characters. and they look nothing like their actual game characters. You'd think there would be a bit more consistency there, but that, again, I'm nitpicking, aren't I, really? For me, the game just doesn't really deliver anything more than we've seen already in a Double Dragon game. It's not a solid conversion either. The main Double Dragon 2 games were worked on by Tecmo, and this one isn't. So, I don't know. Maybe they've just decided to put their own stamp on it. Has it worked? I don't know. Let's give it a few more minutes, shall we? I like the fact that all the weapons are here. You know, you've got the chain whips. Those are actually in the game in both the NES version and the arcade. Sends you in all weird directions as well, this game. And it's obviously a time when denim was popular, because that guy was wearing full... Look, I mean... They're trying to have a competition on who can have the most sparkly denim, I think. So we've got Mr. Green here, Mr. Purple, and obviously the true blue denim. And then we've got this guy, who seems to think that purple boots are a good idea. Okay. So, is it good? Well, it's entertaining. And I do believe you can play 2 players at once. So that at least is something. And, you know, it's certainly better than Rosetta Stone. Let's just put that to rest right now. Nothing can beat Rosetta Stone for its absolute absurdity of trash that it brings into the game. But this is actually alright. I'm not going to say it's brilliant, but I'm not going to say it's awful. It's kind of sitting there in between. It's trying to be a good arcade conversion. There's just something missing for me, and I'm not quite sure what it is at this point. But it doesn't feel like a Double Dragon game. I don't know if it's the sort of the steering away from the graphics of the actual game. Now I know the NES version had different graphics as well, but we have to kind of forgive that. But I don't know. This could have made they could have done a pretty much arcade perfect conversion, I reckon. And this isn't a bad effort. I mean, all the moves are there. The grappling and you can actually knee them in the face as well. But everything's here from the arcade. It just hasn't been delivered as smoothly as it could have been, I think, is probably what I'm going to say there. The controls are fairly simple and a bit weird to get to grips with to start with, but I will sort of explain what I mean by that. So you've got your up and down and your left and right, and then you've got your punch and kick, punch and jump, which is on the A and B button. But what you need to do is, if you turn around, now I do believe this was the same on anyway, whichever direction you're facing in, the button to that direction needs to be pushed. So if you're facing the right hand side, you need to be pushing the let me just get my head around this one. Hang on. So you've got punch, you've got rear kick, but the controls are reversed whichever way you're standing, if that makes sense. So you have to remember that the reverse kick becomes punch, and punch becomes reverse kick whichever way you're standing. So if you're facing a guy to the right, your punching then becomes the rear kick to the left, and your kick button transfers to being a punch. It's... you need to try it to actually figure this out, but it makes sense when you're playing it. It really does. These cutscenes are quite cool. Were they necessary? I don't know. Look at them hanging there motionless. God, the amount of muscle tension that must have taken to hold onto that helicopter for that amount of time, I don't know. But it's a valiant attempt at trying to bring the arcade to the home, I suppose. If you had a PC Engine CD or TurboGrafx CD, let me know. I'd like to hear from you, because it's one of those systems you don't hear a lot about. There certainly wasn't a lot of UK or USA releases. It was mainly Japan, so I'm guessing that there's a lot more content out there to be found. Whether we can play it and understand what's going on, a different matter. But I'll look into it. I remember this level as well on the NES. You can just basically wait for that door to open and then sort of kick them through it, which is quite good. So I'm glad they've kept that in place. So it's good to see. Here we go. He's gone. Yeah, it's good to see that they've kept a lot of the arcade elements in, and they've done their best with the... Oh dear, I just fell out then as well. They've done the best with what they've got, I think. But I don't know, I just feel that Tecmo not being on board, they've kind of just been allowed to run rampant with whatever they want to do, which is, it's either going to be for the best or not. I don't know there's many levels on this either. I think there might be 7 stages or 8 stages perhaps, and it's pretty much all the same. You've got this over and over again, with the same kind of sprites as well. There's not a great variety of different mobs, but I don't think there was in the arcade either. That guy has got a humongous backdrop. So yeah, it's entertaining, and I think it would be so much better with 2 players at once. I don't think that a 1 player really does it much justice, being, you know, double dragon and all that. So I think it would be beneficial to grab another controller and, you know, get a friend on board and help you to defeat this game. But on the whole, it's fairly good. You can pick up a controller, you ain't got to worry too much about what you need to do. It's just to get out there, smash them in the face, and yeah, and just keep getting up and, well, or not getting up in that case. But yeah, I like the combinations. The combination kicks are fun, and the whole sort of pounding their faces in is quite cool. You also do this uppercut when you get up from standing as well, which is completely up to you if you do it or not. But if you hit the punch button when you stand up, then you'll deliver this huge uppercut, which does tend to help quite a bit. Now, if I can... There we go, that's it. That's an easy way to get rid of a few mobs. That door seems to open and close when it wants to. So don't stand there thinking it's going to open, because it might not. It's very much a case of, well, it might and it might not. Don't rely on it, is what I'm saying. Well, there we go. Am I going to fall out again? Yes, I am. Excellent. But I've also taken 3 guys out with me, or 2 guys out with me, which is great. But as a Double Dragon port, I suppose it's all right. It's identifiable as Double Dragon. I don't know. It's just not as fun for me. I don't know why. Not really sure what the problem is, but it just doesn't feel as Double Dragon as some of the other Double Dragon games have in the past. So unfortunately, the score is going to go down. I mean, the playability's there, but the replay value, unless you've got a friend with you, is not really that high for me. I think that replay value would depend on whether you had a friend with you and whether, you know, maybe you'd have to have a couple of friends, because once you've completed it, I'm not sure you'd want to go back through it again with a friend either. So the replay value for me isn't there, but I don't know. Maybe if you can come up with entertaining ways of putting that multiplayer to use, then who knows. But and the age rating, well, let's go with any, because it's a button basher. Let's face it. There's no gore, there's no limbs breaking, any of that kind of rubbish. So we ain't got to worry about that. So any age group, it's fairly easy to pick up and play and learn. And yeah, it's a valiant attempt at bringing Double Dragon into your home as an arcade game. It works on some levels, it doesn't work on others. These cutscenes, I think we probably could have done without them, but at the end of the day, it gives you that little bit of extra between the scenes. You can skip them by pressing the start button, so don't worry about having to sit there through them. You can skip through, so that's a good thing as well. Yeah, well, give it a go. That's the best I can say, really. There are emulators out there that you can find for the PC Engine CD system, so go and have a look. Games are available, you just need to know how to find them, Google, and that's basically all you need. But let me know if you managed to hunt down a copy of the game. If you've ever played this game, let me know as well. What are your thoughts? Do you like it compared to the original Double Dragon 2? Do you like it compared to any of the other ports? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you've never played a Double Dragon game before in your life, where have you been? Go and play one now. That's an order. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. There'll be a few more minutes of play, just so we can pump the volume up. You can have a listen to the music and the sound effects in full effect. I'll be back very soon with another review. In fact, there's an indie game just been released today, so I will be looking at that, and I will bring that to you on the channel, hopefully Monday. Right, so enjoy your weekend, folks, and yeah, I'll be back in full effect very soon. I'll catch you soon, you keep it retro, and as always, it's bye for now. Ta-da! bye.